Hey everybody, JitteryJay here. Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Up next today, we got Mason Cox, Don't Believe in Never, from AFL Presents. This comes to us from the Collingwood Football Club. We're going to throw them a like and subscribe on the original video. That is the important part. Links will be in the description below, as well as a link to the original video. That way you can do the same if you wish. That being said, let me kick this on. And then let's get into this and see. Now, I'm told that he was originally an American football player, and then he went to AFL. So let's see what he's got to say.
When Mason came to us, no American player had ever played a senior game of AFL footy. It's a one in whatever you want to call it, because no one had ever done it.
Okay.
Mason Cox, redshirt senior from Island Village, Texas. He's only played 6 minutes all year.
I went to Oklahoma State University, so I started out playing basketball when I was a freshman.
Okay.
I'd never picked up a basketball in my life, really. We played at the rec center, and there was a GA at the women's team, and she asked, would you be interested in helping out? Pretty much called the Dream Team, and they played against the women's team and practiced other teams and played against them. I was kind of like, yeah, cool, like what do I get out of it? And she goes, oh, we'll give you a free pair of shoes and maybe some kit. And I was like, sweet.
Okay.
The men's team saw me training with the women's team, and one of the coaches said, who's that massive dude who's playing with the women's team? Like, why don't we have someone like that? I was in way over my head, barely could make a layup, and I was just a body bag. We got a call. They wanted me to go to LA to try out for this thing called AFL, Aussie Rules Football, and we both looked at each other and was, what the hell is that? And it comes up and it's like AFL's biggest hits.
Mitchell goes bang against Jerray. Look out.
I just kind of looking at him and laughing and going, is this really a sport?
Okay.
Well, I'd already accepted a six-figure paying job at ExxonMobil, so I went to the tryouts. Everyone that was there was interested in myself. It became pretty serious pretty quickly. That week, I threw the cap in the air, I got the degree on stage, made my parents proud. A week later, I flew to Australia and my life changed. The whole concept of me coming to Australia was just to give me a showcase of what AFL was. Saw my first AFL game, sat next to a North Melbourne player. He explained to me, that's 6 points. That's a point. Hits the post, it's worth a point. They point the opposite direction whenever they really mean that way. And at the end of it, I remember he goes, okay, cool. So these are the teams that are interested in you. Here's the contracts. Let me know what you think.
The international rookie's a whopping 211 centimetres, the same height as Aaron Sandilands. Looks quite exciting.
211 centimeters. What's that to? Let me see something. I want to see what that. Inches 83. How many feet? Oh, 6'9". Wow. Okay. So yeah, he was a big guy. No waste of time.
I remember getting on the plane, and I thought, what have I just done? I've just given up 5 years of hard work and thousands of dollars of education to go play a sport I've never heard of in a place I've never been with no friends or no family in Melbourne.
Okay.
They stuck a footy in my hand. I thought it was pretty much rugby ball. Like, I had no idea. The kangaroo skin and a Sharon is like the name of it. And I don't know, like it was all so foreign to me whenever I first started.
His kicking was quite average.
It was a crash course, essentially, of just what AFL was. Craig McRae and Anthony Rocker spent 2.5 months with me and come around training the first day. It was sink or swim, really. We do this one drill and you get a handball off to the coach. And of course, Bucks is the one who you're handballing to. Go to handball to him.
And I just remember looking at it, I looked back and going, okay, we've got a bit of work to do here.
I locked eyes for a second. I could just see in my mind, what if we recruited?
Players generally had a lot going on, but Mason's still trying to work out this new game, whether he fits, if he fits. Am I embarrassing myself?
But at the end of the year, I got to the point where I was thinking, I might actually feel comfortable in an AFL game. Bucks was the first one to tell me. They came out and said, look, you're going to debut. And That week was a massive week. It's Anzac Day, obviously, and it's one of the biggest games of the year.
The crowd's 90,000 plus. The stadium is massive. It just leans over the top of you, so that's challenging enough.
I walked out there and I was ready to puke. I was that nervous. I was freaking out, you know. I didn't know what to do. And I was thinking, don't screw up. Just whatever you do, don't screw up. Don't screw up.
More low trajectory kick. Well, this could be a fairy tale.
Oh, mate, he's shitting himself. And I can't imagine what it's like to try and drop the ball that extra foot and a half to get it onto your foot.
My hands would have been like this, holding that ball.
Mason Cox. And he rides it home. What a beauty. Can you believe an American in his first game kicked the first goal on Anzac Day? Didn't happen. That didn't happen.
Not that we needed to keep him grounded, but it was our job to keep him grounded.
Stands at the MCG to steady this wobbling ring.
It's bloody hard. It's a big step from the VFL footy that he was playing to playing AFL footy.
At the end of 17, I was playing VFL, you know, I'd gotten dropped a few times, we were playing small.
He had to set himself a new goal of being one of the best forwards in the competition.
They said it's playing VFL. What is that?
VFL footy that he was playing to playing AFL footy.
At the end of 17, I was playing VFL, you know, I'd gotten dropped a few times, we were playing small.
He had to set himself a new goal of being one of the best forwards in the competition.
Saturday night football at the Coliseum. Come through Cox, drops what he should have taken.
Oh, he couldn't quite get at the big fella. Mason Cox here, guys. This was just off the ball.
I had the worst game of my career, I can probably say that pretty comfortably. I don't think I had a single mark the whole game, and had maybe 6 touches or something and get suspended for the next week. Probably a low moment in my life, I'd say, of thinking, did I choose the right decision?
That's just taking place. Some young kid who's worked his ass off the entire life.
He plays on. He's gone. He's gone.
Whatever Mason Cox can do as a permanent forward, I suspect Ben Reid can do better.
I said, you know what? This is a last-ditch effort to show him what you're worth, to show him you can do this as a job. This is your career that you want to do for the rest of your life.
What a beast this Tiger has become on and off the field. 22 consecutive wins at the MCG. It's hard to get your head around it, to be honest.
We'd played Richmond twice and been overrun twice through the year.
This could be the biggest game that Mason Cox never gets a kick in.
Prelim final MCG. Matt Stevie holds the ball aloft. Richmond take on Collingwood.
It happened pretty early.
Soccer off the ground, straight into the waiting arms of Trelaw. Cox is the biggest man there.
It was in. It was clunk, clunk, clunk.
Cox again. Oh, he's getting better. Oh, he's getting stronger and better.
His hands are on, mate. They just stuck.
Sets it up. Cox again. I cannot believe it.
You've got to go back to Billy Graham at the MCG for an American to dominate like this. Can he guide it through? Yes, he can. 3 of the very best. A 211-centimetre Texan has just torn the MCG apart in the sport of duck in a preliminary final.
Okay. Their second most contested marks in finals history. Most contested marks? I'm not sure what that means by contested, but
Could you have pictured that 4 years, 5 years earlier with the guy that handballed over the top of my head? Definitely not.
And Collingwood will go in to the 2018 grand final. A famous victory on the back of this man here.
I don't believe in ceilings. I don't believe in people setting limitations on others. I think if you're motivated enough and you care enough or that determined to get to wherever you want to go, it's possible.
like it says, don't believe it never.
You can't write the script any better. Well, you could have. We could have won the grand final. Imagine that story.
You could have. We could have ran the grand final. It's like it says, don't believe it never. The key to take away from that is you never know what you're capable of until you try. Until you put your all into something, you don't know what you're capable of doing. So I like the message. I gotta check out more of AFL, so I can get into understanding what the contested marks are that they're talking about, as opposed to regular marks. Not sure if there's a difference. The scoring, I know in between the center goalpost is 6 points. In between one of the outer goalposts and the center post is 1 point. And if you hit the goalpost, it's 1 point. I know that. But as far as gameplay, it moves fast. I noticed that. Anyway, I got to get more into watching some of this and seeing just how the game's played, as far as not just little clips here and there. You know what I mean? I need something longer so where I can understand what's going on. But anyway, I thought this was very interesting. I would love to hear your thoughts on it in the comments. Let me know what else I've got to check out, and I will get there as soon as I can. If you're still here and haven't done so yet, please hit the like and subscribe buttons before you go. It goes a long way towards supporting the channel. That being said, that is just about going to do it for this video. It's off to the next one for me. Hope to see you guys there as well. I love you guys. Peace. Hey guys, make sure to check out one of my other videos right here at JitteryJay.